Hello my friends, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis, where I am journeying through my 40s and I am working so hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I am working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. And today we are going to be doing a financial health check-in. Today we are going to be setting up my March 2024 budget, and we are going to be doing that using the Budget by Paycheck book by the Budget Mom. I use the printed digital version that I have. I have a digital copy of her book, and I just print out the pages that I use. I don't use all of the pages, so I don't have the actual physical planner. I did buy one this year, but then I gifted it to a friend of mine because I realized that I prefer just printing the couple of pages that I use because I am a digital budgeter. I don't use cash, and I find a lot of the pages superfluous. I just don't use them, like the cash planning page where you pull what you need from the bank, and then there are some of the pages at the beginning and then some of the pages at the end of each month that I just don't use. So I don't print the whole thing, and therefore I don't need the whole book. But what I do like to start with is the monthly spread, and I do buy stickers to make it look a little prettier, and I buy my stickers from Jennifer Bleacher, also known as Life in Envelopes. She has a YouTube channel, and then she also has an Etsy shop, and the Etsy shop is where I buy my stickers, and I will link that below if you are interested in checking out her shop. She has some beautiful patterns. That is where I get these stickers from, and the payday stickers. I think the happy birthday stickers are also from her. The scale stickers are from, I think, Lexington Flair, as are the doctor appointments, and I will also link that shop. This little St. Patrick's Day sticker is from just a little sticker pack I picked up at Walmart, so I can't really link that, but there are so many different sticker packs that you can pick up. I do have an upcoming doctor's appointment on the 21st. This is with my nutritionist slash weight loss doctor. I do have celiac, so I follow up with my nutritionist every couple of months, this is my appointment. I have 3 paydays in March, but really this last one is on the almost last day of the month, so it kind of counts toward April, and this will actually be my first day of my April budget. So this is kind of more of my April. So my magic month is really April, not March, but technically my magic month is March. So there we go. And then I have 2 birthdays on the 1st. Nathan, my landlord slash best friend, his son's birthday is on the 1st. And then Ginny, my bestie, her daughter's birthday is on the 1st. So 2 very important people to me have birthdays on the 1st of March. So that is an important day. And then really, the 17th is Troy Patrick's Day, also known as St. Patrick's Day to most people, but my friends and I always celebrate Troy Patrick's Day. We had a very good friend whose name was Troy Patrick. I won't say his last name, but he passed away, oh my goodness, I think it was like 8 years ago now. I think it's coming up on almost 9 years this summer. Wow, that just made my mind hurt a little bit, but we always celebrate him on this date. We get together and remember him because he was very, very Irish and he loved to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. So we celebrate Troy Patrick's Day on this date. So I will be cooking corned beef, and we will be watching Boondock Saints and drinking green mudslides. Most likely that is my plan probably for that date. Otherwise, I don't have much going on in the month of March for like calendar spread wise. So that is all I've got going on here. I'm going to flip into March and on the first week of my budget, and we'll get started. Okay, guys, let me just say I'm going to apologize in advance. They are in the middle of putting AT&T fiber conduits in my neighborhood, and the truck has been sitting out there for like 2 hours and not doing anything. And of course, as soon as I start filming, they start like laying pipe. So if you hear some clanking, they are laying pipes across the street in my neighbor's yard. They did mine like 2 weeks ago. If you watch my weigh-in Wednesdays, you will know that they hit my sewer line and they had to like fix that. So that was super fun. They just like to work, make lots of noise in my yard. So sorry in advance if you hear that. But let's get started on my March week 1. So for me, my budget weeks go from a Friday to a Thursday because I am paid on Fridays, and I do get paid bi-weekly but budget weekly. So my first paycheck will come in on the 1st, which is actually this Friday. So I really need to get this video filmed and uploaded. And I don't know exactly what it will be. They have been fluctuating between $17,1889 and $17,1891, and I don't know why they've been doing that. So I've just set my budget at $17,1889 for my paychecks. I am salaried, so they should all be the same, but I don't know why they're doing this. So $17,1889 is what I put. I did not end up paying off my Best Buy card last month. I decided to use that money to pay off the Verbo that I had rented instead of transferring that to a no-interest card and paying off my no-interest Best Buy card. I thought it made more sense to pay off the card that actually had interest, so I did that. So I do still have Best Buy to pay off, so that is going to auto-draft $50 on the 1st. My YouTube Premium account, that is $15.14 on the 4th. And then these two here are not bills, they are sinking funds, but I ran out of sinking fund room in my sinking fund section, and I really want to make sure these are funded in the first week of the month. So I put them here because this is where I had room for them. So my mom's utilities, I am putting $50 in there. This is to start building up money to fill her propane tank. And gifts and giving, $100 for birthdays and donations and random giving and whatnot. So that is a bill total of $215.14, leaving me $1,503.75 to come down to my envelopes. My envelope total, so for the beginning of the month, is always going to be a little bit bigger. So I give myself $40 every week for dining out, $100 every week for groceries, $10 a week for fun, $15 for coffee, $80 for ecclesial. This is my church donation. $60 of this goes toward what I actually put in the bag for a donation, and then $20 a week for going out for a meal with people if they go out afterwards. And if you are new and wondering why I do this separately from my dining out, it is because I found that when I didn't separate this out, I would sometimes run out of money in my dining out section and not have enough money to do this, and I would go out anyway and I would overspend, or I just wouldn't go. And I find it important to have this fellowship. I don't know how many of you are religious and how many aren't, and that it's fine if you're not. That's totally cool. But for me, fellowship, a big part of fellowship is the meal. If you look at the Last Supper, that was actually a meal. We've memorialized that meal with just the partaking of the emblems, the bread and the wine. But when Christ and his apostles did it, it was actually a dinner. They sat down and ate supper together. So to me, eating a meal with brothers and sisters is an important part of it. So if people are going out for a meal after church, I would like to go with them. So I want to make sure that I have some money set aside to be able to do that every week if they go. If we don't go, or if people go and for whatever reason I don't join them, that $20 just rolls back into my budget. I don't put it into my dining out category toward another meal. That is not part of my dining out category. It is specifically for this meal. If I don't use it for this meal, it rolls back into my budget for next week, and I'll reassign it next week. So that is how I use that money. Self-care gets filled every paycheck week. Since this is a paycheck week, I'm putting $25 in there. And gas is the same. Every time I get a paycheck, I put $25 toward my gas. This is for my car. Pet expenses gets $50 a month. Household gets $100 a month. Household I separate out from groceries. This is for things like toilet paper and cleaning supplies and basically things that you would buy at a grocery store that are not groceries. Shampoo and things like that. That's what I call household supplies. And then YouTube and budgeting. This used to be just budgeting, and I've also now changed it to include YouTube because now this channel is monetized. Thank you all so much for that. And this will be my first full year as a monetized channel. And so I will have to pay taxes and everything on that this year. And I want to make sure that I am keeping track of what I am spending so I can, when I go to the tax professional next year to figure out my taxes and what I have to pay, I will have a good record of that. So I'm going to be doing that. And I have raised it from $25 to $30 just because I've noticed I've gone over a couple of times and I just want to make sure I am tracking it accurately and not, I'm just being right. So that is an envelope total of $475, leaving me $1,028.75 to pull up to my sinking funds. My sinking funds, I am putting $50 in my car maintenance fund, which needs it. I have quite a bit of stuff that I need to do and to pay Nathan back for what he has already done to my car. My car just hit 100,000 miles last week. So I am just over 100,000 miles on my car. Yay! Clothes, $25. Vacation gets $25. I know I have Jaden's graduation coming up this summer, and then also booked a campsite for this summer too for my birthday. I'm going to go camping, so I'm excited about that. Passport renewal is $1.77. Mission Lane is one of my credit cards with an annual fee. If you watched last month's budget setup, I asked for advice on whether or not I should keep this card. I got so many responses, and thank you so much. Such good advice with such sound logic and reasoning on both sides of the fence that I still don't know what I'm doing. I know I need to call them and see if I can get this switched to a different type of card, like without a fee. That's my first step. I just haven't had a chance to do that. So that is going to be my first step, and then we'll see from there. I did just pay the fee in January, and it's not due again until next January, so I do have a little bit of time to decide what I'm doing. But I know how quickly January is going to just sneak up on me if I don't do something. So I need to do something about this. Planet Fitness is my gym, and it has an annual fee on top of the monthly membership. So this is me saving up for the annual fee for that. I put $528 away for that every month. PowerSuite is my editing software that I use. That is $9.59. YNAB is the digital software that I use to track my money and do my digital budgeting. It is an annual paid subscription. It is fantastic and worth every penny. If you are interested in trying that out, I do have a whole playlist of videos where I do YNAB budgeting, and I will link those below. And there is also a link to try that out for 34 days for free. Oh, so sorry, I kicked you. 34 days for free in my description box below if you want to try out that. Costco is my Costco membership, $5.55 for that. And registration, this is for my car registration, for my annual registration and inspection for my car. That is a sinking fund total of $146.01, leaving me $882.74 to bring down to my savings. I am going to be putting $52 into my emergency fund, $2 each to my baby Joe and my baby Jet. These are my great nephews. I am saving their age, so they get $1 a week each. Joe is just over a year, and Jet is about 3.5 months old now. So, and then taxes. Every paycheck, I am going to be putting $25 away for taxes, so that in January, February, when I do my taxes next year, I will have just about $650 set aside for taxes, for tax prep, and if I owe anything. So that is a total of $81 for my savings, leaving me $801.74 to roll into week 2. I'm going to fix my camera because I kicked it and now it's all cattywampus, and then we will come back and do week 2. I'll be right back. Okay. Week 2 for me goes from March the 8th through March the 14th, and the only income that I will have is the rollover of $801.74, but I have no bills due this week, so yay for that. Then, coming down to my envelopes, I have only my normal 5, because it is not a paycheck week and it is not at the beginning of the month. So, I have my dining out for $40, my groceries for $100, my fun for $10, coffee for $15, and then my ecclesial for $80. So that is an envelope total of $245, leaving me $556.74. And then I just have two more sinking funds to do. That is holiday giving for $85 and find me gluten free for $1.84. These are two that just didn't fit on the first page, and they are ones that I didn't think needed to be funded on the first day of the month, so I just rolled them into this week. Unlike the two that I did put into the bill section on the first week of the month, because I wanted to make sure they were funded at the beginning of the month, these two can wait. Holiday Giving is my Christmas fund. It's not due until like the end of the year. And then Find Me Gluten Free is an app that I use because, like I mentioned earlier, I have celiac disease. And this is an app that I do pay for, but it helps me find safely gluten-free places while I am out and about. It is good nationwide. And people can review different restaurants. And it actually is super helpful even locally, because I live in the Austin area, and so there are so many restaurants constantly opening. And so I can find out what people have found that was safe for them to eat, and it's super useful. Anyway, I find it useful for me, so I pay for that app. That is a sinking fund total of $86.84, leaving me $469.90, and that is all I have, so I'm going to roll that into week 3 of March. Week 3 goes from the 15th of March through the 21st of March. I'm rolling over that $469.90. I am getting my second paycheck. Again, I am just going to anticipate $17.18.89. And then Seth should be paying me $460, and that's it. This is for... Sorry, y'all. They are so loud out there. $460. This is for his car and his car payment. This is for a car that I purchased way back in the day. It should be paid off in October, Lord willing. I'm so excited to get this car out of my name. But Seth is a church member / friend of mine who took over the car payments for me when I could no longer afford them. This is going to be loud. I see him walking with a huge piece of plywood. Give me a second. He's going to throw it. I know he's going to throw it. Anyway, that is an... Yep, there was. That is an income total of $2,648.79. The bills that I have to pay this week are my OneDrive. This is for my Microsoft 360 subscription, and then my HP Instant Ink. I leave a couple of extra dollars in here for whenever that hits. I don't have to pay it every month because I'm grandfathered into the old $0 a month payment plan. But if I go over, which I do some months, I have to pay $1 for every 10 extra pages or 15 extra pages that I print. So this month I had to pay $2. So OneDrive, so that's $10 a month that I budget for that. Planet Fitness is due on the 17th. This is my gym membership, and it is $27.11. That is a bill total of $37.11, leaving me $2,611.68 to bring down to my envelopes. I have my usual 5, the 40 for dining out, 100 for groceries, 10 for fun, 15 for coffee, and 80 for ecclesial. And then since this is a paycheck week, I also have my 25 for self-care and 25 for gas. And that is an envelope total of $295, leaving me $2,316.68. I have no extra sinking funds or extra debt payments this week, so I'm just going to put it into my savings. Savings for Baby Joe and Baby Jet, again, my great nephews, they each get $2 every time I get paid, so that is $4 there. And then for taxes, $25 every paycheck. So a savings total of $29, leaving me $2,287.68 to roll into week 4, which is the final week of March, because like I said, my third paycheck of March is going to actually start my April budget. So let's go check out the 4th and final week of March. Okay, week 4 goes from March 22nd through March 28th. I am rolling over that $2,287.68. That is the only income I am anticipating. And then I have some bills. I am going to be paying all the bills up through the end of the month, and then I'm going to be doing the rent for the first of the month, even though I have a paycheck before then. I'm going to include it in this budget. So my internet, I really am not exactly sure what it'll be. It should be less than this. It'll be 80 something dollars, but I don't know exactly what it'll be. So I'm just going to budget $90. Because if you've been around for a little while, you'll know that it went up, and then I called them and they gave me a $5 discount, but then I canceled my mom's cell phone bill that was with the same company, and I was getting a $10 discount for that. And then this month they like last week emailed me and told me that that $10 discount has been removed. So I don't know exactly what my payment will be. It was $72 and something cents this month. Like, I can go look. I just paid it. Let's go back to February, which I should be closing out soon. Y'all, I know I haven't closed my internet was $72.96. So it'll be $10 more than this plus whatever taxes. So it'll be $85-ish, but I wasn't sure, so I just budgeted 90. I have to close. I did close out January. I closed out January at the end of January. So when I film my February closeout, I'm gonna film January and February together. Chad, I see you. Chad, don't bark. My dog is about to start barking at those guys because they're packing up and leaving. Sorry. So I'm gonna film that together because I didn't film the other. I never got January filmed. It's closed. Like, here's January budget, all closed out. It's all closed. It's here. I just never filmed it for y'all. Anyway, I'll film all that together because now it's the end of February. Tomorrow's the last day of February. Anyway, so I'm budgeting $90 for my internet. My debt consolidation, I budget $167 as my minimum payment. That is, I pay more than that. Cinemark is my movie subscription. I pay $6.48. This is one of only 2 subscriptions that I have. Utilities, I always budget $120. It should not be this much. It is normally closer to this in the summer, but it is not close to this in the winter. Seth's car payment, this is where I make that car payment. $269.84 is the minimum payment, but we make more than that. And then rent, again, I budget $600. My rent is actually $500, and then I also pay him for my phone bill, my mom's phone bill. He pays the electricity bill and the propane bill. So there are a couple of bills in there that I pay for him, that he pays, that I pay him back for. That is a bill total of $1,253.32, leaving me $1,034.36. I have my 5 regular envelopes, which is $40 for dining out, $100 for groceries, $10 for fun, $15 for for coffee, and $80 for ecclesial. That is an envelope total of $245, leaving me $789.36 to roll up to my extra stinking funds. I am going to be putting an extra, this isn't a pretty exact number because I did this last, and I'm closing out this budget with the $0, $249.02 into my vacation fund because, like I mentioned, I have a vacation to Washington State coming up in June, Lord willing, to watch Nathan's oldest son graduate. He is graduating from both high school and college. He's graduating with an associate's degree, so I am planning to go up and watch him walk for that. I have known him since he was 6-7 when I met him. He turned 7 like 2 days after I met him, so I have known him for a very long time, and I'm very proud of him, and I am planning to go watch him graduate. So I'm going to be trying to fund my vacation fund, so I have already paid for the Verbo for while I'm up there. I need to get my plane tickets, so this is what I am going to be focusing on next. That leaves me $540.34. Here's where I put my extra $233 for my debt consolidation. I am going to be, that'll make a $300 minimum payment to my debt consolidation, which will get me paid off by the end of the year. And then an extra $55.42 to Seth's car, and that makes it a minimum payment of $325.27, which was the previous minimum payment before we refinanced his car when I did my debt consolidation. And then I'm going to be paying off that Best Buy card, Lord willing, this month. What? Sorry, guys, I just got attacked by a puppy. Sorry, that scared me. Didn't even know he was in the house. It's not my dog. Oh my goodness. Sorry. He's adorable. I'm going to be paying off the Best Buy card this month, and I should have a balance of $251.92. So that is my plan. I'm going to pay that off at the end of the month. And that is an extra debt total of $540.34, which zeroes out my budget. I am so sorry for all of the distractions. Y'all missed it, but there was also a cat distraction, because my cat came up in, when I was trying to film week 2 and like knocked the camera over and was trying to scratch his chin on the camera, and oh my goodness. This has been a very distracting video, and I'm sorry, but I hope y'all got something out of that. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. I hope that y'all are having a great day. I hope your March is looking great. My January was spendy. My February was super duper duper spendy, as you will see when I close it out. But we just move on. We just go forward from there, and we do what we can. That's my plan. Paying off what I can. Hopefully both cars will be paid off by the end of the year, and that's what I can do. How is your day going? How's your March going? Your February going, and your March looking? All right, y'all. I love you. I'm gonna go find that puppy and give it some cuddles. I love y'all, and I will talk to you later. Bye. To dining out, $100 to groceries. Here comes my cat. Tyler, stop. Oh my goodness. Tyler. Y'all want to see Tyler? Here's Tyler. Tyler, say hi to the people. Say hi, Tyler. Okay, go back over there and bother your brother. I'm busy. This is super professional, yeah. Tyler, move, baby. Come on, get down. I love you, get down. Okay, let's start this over.